Welcome back, and we are nowhere. Cube from the outside, hemisphere inside. A bed. Lived here. 5:21 a.m. Oh, great. We locked ourselves in? Why is there a ball hanging from the ceiling? Ah! The fuck? What the fuck? Me? Who are you? Haven't we met? Huh? What is... The project is a failure. What? I agree. Worlds in existence is infinite? What? How is this a pathetic result? What is... I'm confused. I think I know what that means, but let's... that gives us a tip. Holy crud. Parallel worlds. Different in subtle ways. Same as the one, very similar to the one we live in, but different in subtle ways. Several worlds diverge from that point based on the number of alternatives. Similar way of thinking exists in physics. Many worlds interpretation, Hugh Everett. Quantum mechanical way of thinking, competitive with the current mainstream interpretation of quantum mechanics. Okay, wave. There's a probability. There is a restriction that puts an optical position and momentum of both being known in science. Simultaneously, Heisenberg. Isn't it the object from a probabilistic perspective? Single electron. Before you perform the act of observing that it exists in a particular location, its existence is spread out in a probabilistic way due to uncertainty until you actually look at it. Its existence is described by assigning a probability to all the places where it could possibly exist. Electron cloud. Assuming the electron's position was determined, the previously spread out cloud would immediately gather at that single observed point. Likewise for momentum, wave function collapse renders its existence fixed as a real phenomenon. A Copenhagen interpretation. Many worlds, it agrees with Copenhagen interpretation of the treatment of the electron's existence as a probability distribution. What happens after the moment the electron is observed? Under many worlds interpretation, the probability distribution is considered to be maintained, regardless of whether the electron is observed or not. What does that mean? The other possibilities don't disappear. They actually persist in other worlds that the observer can't perceive. So you have your electron cloud, which indicates all possible places a particle could exist, electron could exist. You observe it existing at one particular place. That cloud of probability still exists, although over many worlds. So it exists in any number of those places in the cloud, and any number of these worlds. Any number of different worlds. If it doesn't exist in his world, it does exist in the worlds of observers other than that one. Even the observers are explained probabilistically. It does not only consist of the target of the observation, but also the observer's entire space-time, the wave function consists of. Every possibility which has a non-zero probability exists at the same time. Yay! Every possible world advances simultaneously, which can be interpreted as many worlds. Main point is this: observers and observed things are made from the same substance to begin with. There's no reason whatsoever for an interpretation to distinguish between the two. Someone who dislikes the idea of a person receiving special treatment might find the many-world interpretation easy to warm up to. Explaining why waves should suddenly collapse at the moment of observation. Who? Already did. It's annoying. So why are you pissed off at me? And there's that line again, from the Bible, I think. Remember this, we were saying this in the opening, in the prologue. The curse began to do its work. I will smite David, even if he avoided out of my presence twice. Nonetheless. How? Oh yay, we're scum. Me neither. Good question. Better question. Best question. Insert nostalgia critic screaming, explain. I would if I were less classy than I really am. Yay. The memories of that guy were translated into you. You understand nothing even now. That guy. Oh boy. Was a memory transplant? Who is that guy? You don't want to answer. Jolly good. this person, there is no past. For this person, there is no future. The concept of time does not exist for this person. What the fuck? For this person, the past, present, and the future are all condensed into a single point. Point, emptiness, zero, dimension, three concepts that overlap. That person exists in a place devoid of everything. That absolute will is the only thing here. An absolute will, according to them, if we were to come up with an example, that person would be David. This person was a king who entirely ruled them. And to him, a hateful enemy. Him, if he were to come up with an example, would be Saul. 11 years before 2012. 2001. But Satoru, you know not of this. Means beloved in Hebrew, biblical David, derived with the second king of ancient Israel, established Jerusalem, united Israel, and built Israel's era of prosperity. King David excelled in battle tactics, and the mystics who felt that sorcery was behind those tremendous abilities thought that the battle flag of David was undoubtedly a demon-summoning charm. Yay. The symbol David uses as an emblem is known as the Star of David. Duh. It is also believed to be a crest that protects Israel from danger. The symbol can be found in the Israeli national flag. In Japan, the Star of David, known as the Rakubose, or hexagram, known as a crest of the Ai's Grand Shrine. The symbol that holds the opposite meaning of the Star of David is the Gobuse, or pentagram, also called the Star of Solomon. Magical power of the Star of Solomon seals the inner demons inside the infinity loop. So David, Solomon, and Saul, peace and tranquility. Biblical Solomon, for whom this name's derived, was the third king of ancient Israel. Solomon excelled because of his faith and obedience to God, and possessed great wisdom and intelligence with which he led Israel into a golden age. However, in King Solomon's later years, he placed heavy taxation upon his people in order to construct a golden temple for the Lord, a task that his father David was unable to accomplish. As a result, soon after his death, Israel split into two northern and southern kingdoms. Hello, Saul means he who is wished for in Hebrew. The biblical Saul, for whom this name is derived, was the first king of ancient Israel. He was truly the king for whom the people had wished for, and he lived up to their expectations. Certainly as a king and as a warrior, he might never have known defeat. However, he failed in his God-given mission to become an instrument of the Lord. Though anointed by God to become an instrument of the Lord, as the king of God's people, he did not. The reason is that Saul disobeyed the will of God. Saul was forsaken by God and met a tragic end. So we are Saul, and he's David. Alright. Okay, you can stop calling me scum. Yes. Correct. Please. Why are you grinning? Yes. Yes. Alright. Okay. Answers. Yeah, you told me. We, pharmaceuticals? that certain goal. Was to take the space-time transfer apparatus to its final level. Really?